Tiffany! Tiffany, come on, what are you doing right now? I need you to message me back. I've been trying to call you for ages now. This is an emergency. I need to know what you've done.
Oh my God, Greg, can you just give me a break for once? You know how much I like to sleep on the bus. What is it? Why are you bothering me so much?
What do you mean, why am I bothering you so much? It's clear you're in my car, right? Don't you know I have to use that to get to work? Why would you take it?
Babe, I don't know what you're talking about. I don't need to take your car. You know I catch the bus, right?
Don't lie to me. If that were true, then my car would be here, isn't it? Let me guess. You were late for work today and you decided to drive instead of taking the bus. Come on, admit it.
Oh my God, do you actually think I would do something like that? Your car is just so icky. It's not girly at all. I want a car that makes me feel fabulous and doesn't make me feel like I'm gonna drive to a dirt rally or something.
Tiffany, I am not in the mood to be playing games. I'm meant to be at work right now. Everyone is going crazy about what's going on. I'm trying to tell them that I'm getting there as soon as I can, but I don't know where the car is.
Well, I don't know. I'm on the bus. What do you want me to do about it? Wave my wand and have the car magically appear there? Babe, you're so totally ruining my beauty sleep. You know how much I need this to do my job, right?
Tiffany, there is a whole car gone missing. Where the hell could it have gone? Are you seriously trying to tell me that this thing was stolen? Do I have to call the police and tell them it was stolen?
Well, I don't know. Probably. I guess there's always that other possibility.
What are you talking about? What other possibility?
I don't know, maybe my brother Corey needed to borrow it for a bit. He's probably driving it. He's the only one in the house, right?
What did you just say? Are you kidding me right now? Corey? Are you seriously telling me Corey is the one driving it?
Look, I don't know. Maybe he is. Well, is he at home at the moment?
He isn't. Actually, you might have a point that he's probably in that car. Damn it! What the hell is that kid thinking? Alright, look, I'm sorry for bothering you. Get your beauty sleep or whatever. You and I will talk when you get back home. I'm gonna give Corey a ring. I'm praying to God that he has that car. If he does, I am gonna kill him for it. Corey! Corey! Man, what are you doing right now? We have got an emergency back at home. I need you to message me straight away. What are you doing right now? Give me a ring. Whoa, man, can you just slow down? It's the crack of dawn right now. Everyone's just woken up. I don't think my brain is gonna process fast enough with all those messages you're sending me. How about you just chill out? What do you mean just chill out? Look, Corey, I know that you're a bit dazed right now and you're probably on some sort of substance, but we've got a situation at home. My car is missing. You wouldn't happen to know what's happened to it, would you? That thing is my life's blood. I can't get on with my day without it. Please, just tell me you know where it is. Hey, man, you've gotta just chill out, It's all good. I've got the little beast with me here right now. I'm keeping it safe and sound. Don't worry. Okay, so you have my car. That's a relief. But I need to ask you a question. What the hell do you think you're doing with my car? What do you mean? That's a family vehicle, right? That's for the household. What do you mean that's for the household? We all know that's my car. Yeah, well, I get that. But you know what they say, right? Sharing is caring. I'm like your little brother-in-law, man. Come on. You gotta let me borrow it every now and then. What do you mean let you borrow it? Corey, you don't just take my car without my permission. Just what are you thinking right now? Well, what I'm thinking is that I'm really hungry for a good feed and there's nothing really good at home. Oh, come on. You know how far McDonald's is away from home, right? There's just no way I'm gonna get on my little tricycle and ride myself down there. Your car is super useful. Oh, don't be a pain in the butt, man. Just let me use it, man. Corey, you're not in a position to use my car. How would you like it if I just used your things, huh? What if I went into your room and just started watching your TV? Or I began playing on your video games. You'd feel pretty annoyed about it, wouldn't you?
Hey man, I don't know about that. I've been begging you to play games with me for a long time now. You just gotta give it a chance. They're pretty fun. There's some awesome storylines and stuff. It's just like Netflix, but you're the guy shooting all the bad guys.
Corey, this isn't a joke right now. You've got no idea what position you've put me in. I need my car, now. What's your ETA?
Hey man, like I said, I'm at McDonald's. And you know what time it is, right? It's rush hour. Everyone wants to get the feed before work. And I'm stuck in the queue.
What do you mean you're stuck in the queue?
Well, there's a ton of people here. I'm sandwiched in the hamburger I'm gonna eat.
This has gotta be a joke. MTV, where are the cameras? This is just the most stupid circumstance I have ever heard of. I can't believe this is happening again. How long is it gonna take for you to get out of there?
Well, look, man, I don't know. I'm gonna say pretty long. I mean, I was looking at the other cars and they're packed full of families and stuff, right? They're probably gonna be ordering a family feast and it's gonna take ages for this line to move. I'm probably gonna say about 1 hour before I get home.
Why? God, why does this have to be me? What did I do to deserve this? Why is this what I have to put up with on a daily basis?
Hey man, just chill out. It's not that bad. I mean, are you gonna, die just because you can't get to work?
Corey, don't you dare tell me what to do. I don't want to hear it from you.
Well, what I'm saying, man, I'm just looking out for you here. You don't have to be so stressed about things so much. I mean, look at me. I'm living my life pretty happily and I'm not stressing at all.
Oh, you don't even want to get started on that. I'm not surprised that a guy that sits in his room all day playing video games doesn't get stressed. You haven't had a job in years.
Hey, bro, don't try and look down on me like that. It's still pretty tough, you know? I'm in university and whatever.
Oh, get real, Corey. You haven't been to a class in ages. This is just nuts. All the meetings I had this morning, I have to get in contact with everyone and let them know what's going on. I probably won't get there until half the day is done.
Honestly, man, your vibe is just really out of whack. You need to learn to take things slow. I mean, not everything has to be a big rush all the time. You know, you gotta become more like the Buddhist monks. They don't care about anything. They just sit in a room looking at the wall all day and they're still fine with their lives.
Corey, I'm saying this for your own good. Shut your mouth before I shut it for you.
Hey, bro, just what is your problem? I'm just all love and peace and you're just so angry all the time.
Corey, I'm angry all the time because I have a fully grown man living in my house that basically walks around wearing a diaper. I cannot believe you would do this. The amount of times you put me in a situation like this, I am starting to reach my limit.
Look, bro, I know you're angry and stuff, and you know what? Okay, I get it. I did the wrong thing. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have taken your car. But at the same time, man, just chill out, you know? What do you want? I can get you a McFlurry. Everyone loves a McFlurry. Come on, you gotta admit that once you eat that little McFlurry, you're gonna head into work feeling as bright as morning.
Corey, I don't want your damn McFlurry. I want my car. I want to get to work. What do you think you're doing anyway? Didn't your license get suspended a couple of months ago or something? How can you have the audacity to get into my car and start driving? What if you get pulled over again?
Look, I know, bro. I'm being super irresponsible and whatever, but what's a guy meant to do? I mean, I just got that craving for a Big Mac. You really gonna deny me food? I mean, that's just a basic necessity for life. Just like, don't be so mean, man. Have a little bit of sympathy for people.
Corey, do you even realize that you're breaking the law at the moment? You're not allowed to be behind a wheel.
Yeah, I know, man. But like, I'm not drinking or anything like last time, right? It'll be fine, it doesn't matter. Come on, you know how much of a good driver I am anyway, don't you?
Corey, the last time I was in the car with you, you saw a girl walking on the sidewalk in her bikini, got distracted, and almost rammed us into the truck in front of us. If that's your definition of a good driver, then we could consider a 12-year-old a good driver behind the wheel.
Hey, bro, just like, come on, you didn't take a good look at her. I mean, if you just saw what I was looking at, you would understand. I mean, she was an absolute knocker. That was like, I don't know, 2 years ago or something. I still remember her now.
Corey, look, I really don't want to listen to that. How's that line going? I really need my car. God, I don't know how much longer I can keep this up. I mean, the guys at work are sure gonna start cracking onto me about this.
Well, like, I don't know, man. If you really want the car that quickly, I guess I can give up breakfast. I just, like, really wanted that Big Mac, you know? I'm super hungry. Do you know that feeling when you've been, like, playing video games all night? And it's so fun that you forget to eat? It's pretty hectic, man. I wouldn't try it.
Don't worry, I have got better things to do than stare at a screen shooting lasers at aliens. You said that you can try and get here earlier, right? How are you gonna do that if you're in a queue?
Well, I don't know. It's gonna be a little bit bumpy getting out of here, but there's the garden separating us from the road. It's a curb and everything, but I can kind of like drive over it if you want. But hey, I'm telling you, you owe me a Big Mac if I have to do that.
No. Corey, I don't want you to put a dent on that car. It's bad enough that you're driving in it at the moment. There is no way that I'm gonna have you driving over a garden.
Hey, bro, that's just like so unfair. Like, which is it? Do you want me to go home or not? Come on, let's just bite the bullet and let me eat my Big Mac.
You absolute man baby. Just hurry up and get your stupid meal and get back here. Hey, Tiffany, what is going on today? Why is it that I can't get in contact with anyone? Am I invisible or something? I'm just guessing people truly don't care what I have to say. This is an absolute nightmare. What a day!
My God, babe, your negative energy is totally bringing me down. Can you just go eat like a McFlurry or something and start cheering up? You can't be infecting everyone with your bad mood, you know?
Tiffany, do you have any idea how much of a disaster today was for me? I can't believe this. I can't believe this has happened.
Well, I mean, come on, babe. What's going on? It can't be that bad. I mean, are you this close to dying or something?
Tiffany, do you have any idea how crucial it was that I was at work today? We were setting up a deal with some new business partners. I mean, why did this have to happen today of all days? It could have been any other day, and I would have been happy to miss it. But why today?
It's just like one more day. You're a hard worker, aren't you? You're sure to get another deal like that again.
Tiffany, you have got no idea. We have been working ourselves up to this deal for ages now. I mean, this was my career on the line. I was this close to getting a promotion. I had everything prepared. It was going to be absolutely perfect. All I had to do was one simple basic thing, and that was just to give my presence. That's all I had to do. All I had to do was be present there. I couldn't even do something like that basic. You know what? Speaking of presents, where are you? It's already 7 o'clock. I thought we were gonna watch some movies tonight.
Oh, yeah, babe. Look, there's a little bit of a complication.
What do you mean, a complication?
Well, we got so wrapped up in doing our photo shoot that we didn't have time to catch the plane. We actually missed it. So I'm currently in a hotel, and I'm going to be catching the plane back there tomorrow.
Great, here we go. This is just exactly my idea of a perfect day. I love it. I have more bad news on top of bad news. What's next? A tornado is coming to wipe everything out of this area? Or am I just being too hopeful? Is it going to be even more drastic than that? Maybe the earth splits and a volcano erupts right in front of our house.
Oh my God, you're just so melodramatic. Come on, babe. Just calm down. It's not that bad.
How could you sit there and just say that to me? How can you say it's not that bad? I thought you were meant to be my wife. Like, why aren't you supporting me right now?
Well, look, I am doing my best to be there for you, but you're just being a little bit dramatic. Today's not as bad as you're making it out to be. I mean, come on. You missed half a day of work. I think anyone would be happy with that.
Tiffany, it's not like you even are listening to what I'm telling you right now. Today is a really important day. I want to be at work. You know why all of this has happened, right? You know who's to blame for all of this?
Yes, okay. Look, I know you're going to pick on my little brother Corey, but just leave him alone. He's had a tough day. He's really tired.
That has got to be the biggest joke of the century. You're serious with me right now, aren't you? This is just unbelievable.
Well, I mean, come on. He's my little brother. Do you really expect me to just accuse him? Of course not. I'm going to stay there and stick up for him.
I'm just wondering how long you're going to be doing that, Tiffany. I mean, how long are we going to be putting up with this kid?
Don't call him a kid. He is 28 years old.
Look, I don't care what his age is or how big his body is. That dude right there is a child.
Hey, can you, not talk about my brother like that? I hate it when you put him down all the time. He is special.
Yeah, well, special is one way to describe him, isn't it? Honestly, Tiffany, look, I respect that he's your brother and that you really care for him. I mean, he's family at the end of the day. You're meant to care for family. At the same time, how long is it going to be until you realize that this guy is just not going anywhere?
Hey, what do you mean? Don't say that about him. You don't know what his potential is.
Come on, this guy sits in his room all day playing video games. He doesn't even shower. Where do you see that type of person going?
Well, he's still got some potential. I mean, he's always talking about that streaming thing he wants to get started up, right? Have a little bit of faith in him. Maybe he's going to hit it big one day.
What do you mean? At this point, I don't even think it's a possibility. I mean, let's face the facts. Doing something like a stream doesn't take a lot of effort or production. All he's got to do there is do what he always does, but have it recorded with some commentary over it.
Well, you never know. He's just preparing his heart for it. I kind of understand how he feels. Sometimes these things are kind of like a mood thing. You can't just do it when you're not in the right mood.
Tiffany, you need a wake-up call. He's been saying that for about 5 years now. When is he just gonna get around to doing it?
Well, you know what they say, right? Good things come in time. Let's not try and force him to do it or anything.
I am never gonna get anywhere with you when it comes to him, am I? You're always gonna take his side.
Well, he's my brother at the end of the day. I've known him longer than I've known you, and I don't care what you say about him, but I think he can do something. I have faith in him, even if no one else does.
Tiffany, honestly, when I met you, I thought you were a lot smarter than this. I mean, your dad would always talk about you. He said you were an amazing woman, and I've got to be honest. When I first met you, you were. But this is just getting stupid now.
Well, what do you mean by that? What's changed about me? I think I'm the same person I've always been.
Well, let's be real. You haven't really. I mean, ever since we decided to take on your brother, things have been terrible here.
Oh, look at my little Greggy being so grumpy all the time. Someone needs a big cuddle when I get home.
What I need is a normal day where I can wake up, get ready, and go to work. I don't need to be rushing around panicking because I think someone stole my car.
Well, look, I guess the only solution is to just buy him a car.
Tiffany, you honestly did not just say that.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's kind of obvious, right? He needs to get around too, you know. Can't just be on that bike all the time. Come on, Greg. How about you just be a little bit generous for once and get him an early Christmas present? I'm sure he'll repay the favor one day.
Yeah, right. Can I remind you that this isn't the first time that he supposedly borrowed something of mine? Let's face it, what happened today was theft.
He didn't steal the car. Don't be so dramatic. He's family. Family can't steal from each other.
Okay, Tiffany, sure. Let me just go into your purse and take out $500. It's not stealing because you're my family, right? I need you to listen to me because I am at my wit's end with all of this. The car has been a very, very big issue, but it doesn't stop there. This is a bunch of little things that have led up to a very big event. Do you know that this isn't the first time your brother has decided to touch my things?
Come on, he's not that bad.
Tiffany, I have seen him walking around the house in the same clothes as me.
He wanted to make you laugh.
No, he didn't. He's blatantly taking my stuff. I'm telling you now, it all started with tiny things. Maybe I'd buy some snacks for myself and he would get into it. I didn't really think much of it, even though I did confront him about it. When I did so, he was like,
Well, a gift you buy for other people brings more happiness than a gift you buy yourself.
He didn't stop eating my snacks from that point on, mind you.
Well, yeah, my brother is like doing you a favor there. I mean, he doesn't want you to get fat, so he's eating the snacks on your behalf.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna get on my knees and bow to my savior. Thank you so much, Corey. Thank you for your salvation. I don't know what I would have done without you. I mean, if you didn't consume those calories, that wouldn't have done anything to me. Then I don't know what I would have done.
Oh, hey, don't complain about it. It's just junk food at the end of the day. I think you deserve to be punished for it.
Tiffany, that was the first pack of chips I bought in like a month. I never eat that stuff, but obviously on the rare occasion I do want to eat it.
Oh, come on. Are you really going to sit there and complain to me about a couple of chips? It's not really a big deal, is it? Sounds pretty childish, to be honest.
Tiffany, you know this extends far beyond just a little packet of chips. I mean, the guy uses everything of mine. He uses my body soap, uses my shampoo, he uses my cologne. And do you know what? I shouldn't have been surprised that he was the one that took my car. Because remember that time he took my bike as well?
Come on, his friends were coming from out of town and he wanted to show off to them. Are you really gonna get angry at him for that?
Tiffany, once again, he took it without my permission. And he doesn't even have the license to drive it. That was his first time on a bike. It is amazing that he didn't get killed on it. Better yet, it's amazing that he didn't get a scratch on it.
Well, there you go. Maybe he's not as incapable as you think he is. Clearly, he can get around without a license.
Tiffany, are you going mental right now? This isn't exactly something to be praising him for. He has been doing the wrong thing.
Yeah, well, look, I know my brother has his faults, but he's family at the end of the day. I love him for it. You don't know what he's been through. It's been tough on him, you know.
I'm sure it's been tough on him. I mean, a man that's already 28 and has been living off his family's good graces all this time.
Hey, it may look like that now, but I am telling you, it wasn't that great when we were kids. Him and I went through the ringer. Our parents weren't too nice to us. I mean, let's face it, my dad worked really hard for his company, right? That's a heavy burden to put on a young boy's shoulders. He was expecting Corey to inherit that thing. Can you imagine growing up knowing you had to be king of some kind of empire? It's not good on a kid's mentality. Me as well. They treated me like I was the princess of this family. And you know what? I guess I am at the end of the day. I mean, I'm doing my modeling career right now, right?
Okay, Tiffany, you have a point. I don't know exactly what happened in your childhood. I'm not really sure what Corey went through at the same time. Then again, does it really matter? I mean, he's 28 years old now. You'd think that'd be enough time to get your act together and start doing something with your life.
Well, he's doing what he enjoys, and I think that's great.
Come on, Tiffany, let's put aside the fact that he's been stealing my possessions. Let's just take a look at his behavior in general. I mean, he doesn't pay rent, he doesn't work, he doesn't do any housework around here. How much longer are we gonna babysit this dude? I mean, at some point, you and I want kids, right? We gotta make way for those kids. We can't have him here.
Well, why don't you just look at this as practice for kids?
Let me give you a news flash, Tiffany. I don't plan on raising 28-year-old children.
Look, Greg, you have a lot of respect for my father, don't you?
Of course I do. You know that already.
Okay, and this is the arrangement that you and my father made. My father taught you everything. You know, he's made you into the guy you are now. You two had an arrangement that you would take on my brother, right?
Yes, we did. I don't want you to remind me of that.
Well, I think you need reminding, because the way you're talking about it right now is inappropriate. You had an arrangement with my dad for this to happen, and that means you shouldn't be complaining about it.
Okay, Tiffany. So what you're telling me is that because of this arrangement, I should just let this guy take my car whenever he wants?
Well, I'm not saying that, but just have a little bit more leniency toward him. Come on. He's a sweet guy, you know it. I know he gets on your nerves and he ticks you off all the time, but on the inside, you know there's some good in him.
Unbelievable. So you still support this guy? You support him more than your husband?
Well, look, Greg, I'm sorry to say, but in this circumstance, I do. Please don't get angry at him. If you really want him to create a future for himself and to get out of the house, then you'll just let him do it at his own pace. If you give him any sort of negative treatment, it's going to forestall that in the future.
This has got to be the biggest joke of the century. Well, would you look at that? Your brother's pulled up in the driveway. Oh, yeah, by the way, he's using my car again. What a guy. Corey.
Oh, hey man. What's going on? Are you enjoying your weekend? It's pretty cold out here, isn't it? A good day to just, stay at home and get really cozy. Just chill out, How have you been spending it?
My weekend has been going just fine up until this point.
Oh, yeah? What are you doing?
Well, I was just watching a little bit of Hell's Kitchen on TV. It's a nice way to cool down after a long week of working. Can I ask you something?
Sure, man, anything. You're my bro. You know that? My family. I'm always here for you.
Okay, well, I was sitting here enjoying my weekend, but just right now I heard the engine on my car start. And it's driving out of the driveway. That wouldn't happen to be you, would it?
Oh, yeah, man. I'm just going out for a date,
What do you mean you're just going out for a date? Also, if you're in my car, what the hell do you think you're doing texting? I want you to drive that thing back here right now.
Whoa, man, can you just calm down? Look, I'm going on a date. I can't drive it back here. And don't worry about the texting thing. I'm totally stopping at the lights and everything. There's no way that I'm gonna text you and drive at the same time.
This is exactly why you don't have a license. Don't you realize that you can't do these things? You shouldn't be texting even if you are at lights. It's illegal.
Okay, fine, man. I've pulled over. So, what is it? What do you want to talk about? I'm already late for this date.
Corey, I couldn't give 2 cents about your date. Your meeting some girl is not important to me. What's important to me is that my car gets back here safely. What the hell do you think you're doing? Just taking my car without permission for a second time? Did we not talk about this last time?
Yeah, man. Look, I know you were totally angry and everything. I'm sorry I did that, but I totally got permission this time.
What do you mean you got permission? I don't remember being asked anything. What did you do? Ask me when I was asleep or something?
No, man, of course not. I asked my sister Tiff, and she totally gave me the okay.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You intend to drive my car to some date that you probably met off a dating app. Instead of asking me who actually owns the car, you ask your sister.
Yeah, dude, pretty much.
Corey, I'm just really flabbergasted whenever I talk to you. What is going on in that head of yours? Are there a couple of cogs in there that just need to be kicked into gear? Do I need to whack you for you to start understanding what you can do and what you can't do?
Hey, man, just chill out. I got permission, didn't I? That's the most important thing at the end of the day.
Okay, fine. So the next time that I want to borrow Tiffany's phone, I'm just going to ask you for permission, am I?
Hey, man, just chill out. We're family. You should be wanting to help me. I don't know why you're always so angry all the time.
Corey, it's because what you're doing is always out of place. People have boundaries and you're trespassing on them. Doesn't that get through your head?
Yeah, like, look, I know you're angry and everything, but just have a little bit more leniency. I mean, how would you feel? I'm going on a date, like, I want to make a good impression on her. You've got a mad, wicked car. I know she's gonna, like, totally show me her knockers if she sees this thing.
Is that really how you think this type of thing goes, Corey? You think that if you drive around in a cool car, that a girl's just gonna do whatever she wants for you?
Well, yeah, I mean, like, it's a sick ride, yo.
That's actually what you think, isn't it? So you reckon the time that I met Tiffany, she saw my car and then she instantly just pulled out her knockers for me.
Well, yeah, why not? That's what girls do, right?
Honestly, you really are hopeless. I can't believe a man of 28 years old has come this far just on luck.
Hey man, you really just, like, gotta stop putting me down and everything. You don't see me saying mean things to you, do you?
I would like to see you try, Corey. I would like to see you try insulting me for something.
Well, I mean, I could do it, but I just don't want to. I'm not like that.
You know what, Corey? I get it. Fine. You've got a date today. You want to impress her. That's what everyone wants to do on their first date. How about you just go out there and be awesome instead of pretending to be awesome?
Hey man, I don't know. I think I'm, like, pretty awesome. What do you mean, pretend to be awesome?
Well, clearly that is not your car. You're just pretending to be awesome.
Oh, yeah, right. I guess you have a point.
Exactly. So maybe next time when you come back from that date, you can come home, throw all your video games out, and start working out or something.
Wait, what?
Yeah, you heard me. I know you're gonna have a little bit of resistance to it at first, but I'm telling you right now, it's for your own good.
Hey man, I just, like, totally don't understand the need to do that, you know?
How could you not understand the need to do it?
Well, like, there's a car here already that I can use. Why would I need to work out?
It's not just about the car. I mean, look, what I'm saying is, why don't you use your time more effectively? I mean, you can go get a job for once, earn the money, and then buy a car yourself.
I could do that. Or you could just be a good brother-in-law and just let me borrow it. I don't see the big deal.
The big deal is that I don't let children drive my car. I don't let anyone drive my car for that matter.
Bro, that is just so low. I'm like 28 years old.
Corey, you're 28 years old with a Lego collection in your room.
This is just, like, totally sucks, man. I don't know why you're so mean to me all the time. Just, like, what do I have to do to get on your good side?
Just stop getting in my way and stealing my things. I also noticed that my jacket's gone missing. That wouldn't happen to be you, would it?
Yeah, it's a good jacket. It's kind of small, though. What are you, like, size S or something?
That jacket is a size L, which just shows you that you're too big to fit in it. Now, I don't know why you put that thing on, because if you break it, there's gonna be all hell breaking loose. Alright, you know what? That's enough talking. How about you come home and I promise that I won't get angry with you this time. I just want my car here safe and sound.
Like, no way. I told you, didn't I? I have a date.
That doesn't matter. You can get a date another time.
Are you kidding me? This is like the first match I've had on Tinder in like 3 years.
Well, it looks like you're just gonna have to wait another 3 years then, aren't you? Give me back my car or there's gonna be consequences.
Yeah, well, you know what? Screw you, man. I'll just buy you a McFlurry on the way home. That'll make you happy.
What is with you two? Do you think the world's problem is just solved by buying a McFlurry? I want my car.
Hey, bro, this is just like totally unfair, you know? Just where are you hiding the car keys? They're not in the place that you always put them. I've got some things to do. I need to drive that car. Where is it? I'm running on a tight schedule, so if you can hurry up, that'd be great. Oh, and by the way, I need like a wicked outfit tonight. It's really important. There's like this weird lock on your closet and I can't get in there. So what do you think? Can you come help a brother out?
You didn't think that maybe there was a reason I've got everything locked, Corey? You didn't think that there's a reason why you can't find the keys?
Yeah, look, I don't know. Maybe you were just like really clumsy and you lost it. That's probably what happened, right? Don't worry. When you come back home, I'll help you look for them. I really need to use that car though.
Look, Corey, today marks the day that I'm drawing a line in the sand. I don't want you taking anything from me. And I mean anything.
What do you mean, bro? I don't take anything from you. We're sharing, right? Like, what's mine is yours.
Okay, so what exactly is yours that I can use?
Well, I don't know. Do you want to wear my tie-dye shirt?
If that's meant to be a joke, I'm not laughing. Corey, look, everything has been building up to the point where it can't go on any longer. I've got a lifestyle and boundaries that I want you to respect. I get it, you want a car, you want fancy clothes. We all do. But you're just gonna have to work hard like everyone else. You gotta start putting effort into getting these things. I'm not gonna let you scab off of me anymore.
Oh, come on, man. Like, why are you being this way? Whatever happened to like universal love and stuff?
What are you talking about right now? Corey, don't you get that this has been a very one-way relationship? Up until this point, you've been taking everything from me. I am not gonna stand for it any longer. I don't even want you to have one little squirt of shampoo.
Hey man, that's just like taking it way too far. Even I have to wash my hair. I mean, that's just like my best quality, man.
Get a job! Corey, I'm not gonna be sitting here telling you over and over again. Hopefully now that you're forced to do something like this, you're actually gonna do it, right?
Yeah, look, I don't know. Maybe just give me a year and I might be able to start making the resumes.
You really are quite the specimen, aren't you, Corey? I mean, you're really expecting me to give you a year?
Well, like, look, man, I didn't really want to say this, but you're not in charge of the house, right?
What are you getting at right now?
Well, like, yeah, let's be honest. Everything you have at the moment is from my dad. I mean, he's given you this house. He's given you that car. He's probably paying for the rent. I mean, I know we don't want to talk about it very much, but that's the arrangement you made with my dad, right? He'd give you all the stuff and you'd let me live with you. Not only that, but like, you're not even the main income in this family. My sister's the one with the big popular modeling career, right? If I had to say there was a captain of this ship, it'd be her.
You really got some nerve saying something so idiotic to me, don't you?
Well, like, hey man, you wanted the hostility, so I'm just giving it back to you. And look, I'm just stating the facts. I'm not trying to be hateful or anything like that.
You think just because your dad paid for everything that means you have power over me? Do you really want me to sit here and think that you're acting vicariously for your dad?
I mean, man, look, I don't want to, like, flex on you or whatever, but that's basically what's happening, isn't it? I mean, my sister is the head honcho of this house, and I'm the son of the guy that gave us everything. If anything, you're just like an extra accessory, dude. So, like, I don't know why you're trying to act like you're the authority here.
So that's really how you feel about things?
Yeah. Well, it's not just that, to be honest. Man, you're like kind of annoying me.
Oh, really? I'm the one that's annoying you?
Yeah, just like whenever I'm trying to focus on a game or something, you always barge in and tell me to wash my dishes or something. It's like, what's gonna happen? Is the world gonna end just because there's a cup sitting in the sink? I'm getting sick of you strolling around my house thinking it's yours.
Okay, so now it's your house, is it? This is just absolutely fantastic. Come on, Corey, what else have you been thinking about?
Well, I'm also thinking that you're not really a good suit for my sister, are you? I mean, you've got like a really negative personality, man. You're so serious about everything. It's like no one can make a mistake in front of you. If they do, you'll pull it out. I know how my sister is feeling. She's getting pretty annoyed about it too.
Really? Huh? So that's what all of you been talking about. People have been talking about me behind my back after all this time.
Well, we kind of have to. Man, you're pretty erratic at the moment. Someone needs to put you on a leash.
So what are you getting at right now? Corey, you really want me to get out of this house?
Yeah, if you could just do that, that would be a big help to everyone. I mean, my sister will move on and get someone better in her life.
Are you 100% sure that's what your sister wants?
Well, yeah, she keeps telling me that she's sick of you bringing her mood down and whatnot. So why not? I think everyone would be happier for this. I mean, you want a proper household, right? In my opinion, this is the best solution for everyone. I mean, of course, I know you're pretty into my sister. She's a great girl, isn't she? Any guy's gonna feel pretty bad about giving something like that up. But you know, it's what's best. If you can just put your own selfish feelings aside, then I think everyone can be happy.
Well, this is just so grand, isn't it? So you're the one that steals my car, steals my bike, steals my possessions, steals my clothes, and I turn out to be the bad guy?
Look, you're just a really uncooperative person. I mean, is that how you view me, like some criminal or something? You're like the only person in my friend circle to think of me that way.
Corey, that's because you're surrounding yourself with other losers.
Hey man, you can't call them that. You don't see me expressing my opinion about your friends. I mean, from my point of view, all of your corporate friends are pretty dull and lack a personality. I mean, they speak like they're from a different planet or something. I've got no idea what they're saying.
This is just fantastic. What an afternoon. Thank you for this, Corey. You know what? I'll grant you your wish. You don't want me there, do you?
Not really, to be honest.
Additionally, you don't want me with your girlfriend either.
It's not really ideal, to be honest with you, man.
All right. That's fine. Don't worry, I'll get out of your hair. I'll give you the precious house that you desire. Let me say right now, though, this is the last you'll see me. Doesn't matter how much you cry back to me, I am not coming back there.
Yeah, okay, man. That's totally fine, yo. Hey, look, you reckon before you leave, I could just borrow that car one last time? I really need a McFlurry. I haven't had one in 3 hours. I'm starving.
If I have to hear the word McFlurry another time, all hell is gonna break loose. Goodbye, Corey.
Oh my god, baby, just what is going on right now? You're not actually leaving, are you? How could you do this? Look, I know you got some issues with my brother, but I'm pretty sure you guys can sort it out. I just don't understand you boys. Is it that hard to get along? Does my brother really annoy you that much?
Tiffany, if I have to have another conversation about how much your brother inconveniences me, my head is going to explode. You should have expected something like this to happen. You know what? If you're that upset about it, maybe you should blame him for it. He's the one that recommended that you and I get a divorce.
That's exactly what I'm mad about you the most. Fine, you want to get a divorce or whatever. I can accept that, but at least have a conversation with me first. I mean, Don't be a coward and just tell my brother.
Didn't you listen to what I just said? Corey is the one that suggested it. All I did was say yes.
Do you really want to give up a relationship just because of this? I mean, we've been married for so long right now, right? This is a happy marriage and you're gonna tear it all apart just because of my brother?
This isn't just about your brother, Tiffany. This is a much larger issue at hand.
Well, come on, baby. Let's just talk about it, yeah? I mean, you don't have to go to such drastic measures. That's what being in a relationship is about, right? We're meant to communicate. Let's just do that.
You know, Tiffany, I'll tell you whatever you want to know, but I'm telling you right now, there's no chance of us getting back together.
Oh my god, like why? I didn't even have a chance to talk things through. This is so mean, you know.
Don't talk about things being mean to me. I've already sat here and talked about your brother enough, but I think it's time I talked about you.
What do you mean about me? What have I done exactly?
That's exactly what I want to ask you. What have you done exactly, Tiffany?
I am not understanding what is going on right now. Greg, stop being so mean. I have been a good girl, haven't I? I've always been your babe.
Look, I'll be honest with you, Tiffany. You definitely were something when I first knew you. You were different from all the other girls. You knew how to conduct yourself properly. You were unlike your brother, and I honestly admired that. I thought that was special about you. Then there's your dad. I've known him for a long time, and I have a lot of respect for him. And that respect works both ways. He has a lot of respect for me. He knew the type of caliber I was and thought I was perfect for you. We met very casually, and it naturally blossomed into what we are now.
I remember those days. That was like a fairy tale. I remember it like it was yesterday. We had a lot of fun, didn't we?
We were very strong together. Now let's take a look at the present circumstances. Sure, you've continued on with your modeling career, but your mind has changed. It's almost deteriorated.
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, let's face it, with the advent of Instagram, your model career has skyrocketed. You're getting much more attention than you used to, but the attention came at a cost. Now, you're just a drone. You put all of your resources and attention into your social media and focusing on your career that nothing gets done at home.
Okay, look, I understand. I have slacked off a little bit, but it's not like I'm doing anything bad, right? I'm just focusing on my career. What's so wrong with that?
The problem is that I'm left at home with your baby brother and having to clean up after his mess. Let me remind you that I've got my own job as well. You've put me in this situation and you had no sympathy towards me. But that's not even the worst part of this. Even if you were a fantastic wife that did everything, I wouldn't forgive you for doing this.
Oh my god, what? Greg, you're just like scaring me so much right now. Honey, babe, I'm your girl. You can open up to me. You can tell me everything. I'm so sorry if you're angry.
The one that needs to open up is you, Tiffany. Why are you going on to all these different destinations to do your modeling? Who is in your company? I can hardly think it's just the modeling agency.
Well, of course it's them. They're the one that helps me out the most. Who else are you thinking it is?
I think there's another character in your company. Someone there not just to take photos. Come on, Tiffany, just admit it. You've been getting chummy with another model, haven't you?
Oh my god, Greg. You're not actually going there, are you? You don't think I'm doing something, do you?
Well, you tell me. You're the one with him all the time.
I can't believe you would actually insinuate something like that. I meant to be your partner. You're telling me you actually don't trust me. Do you actually think that I've been doing something behind your back? Get real with me now.
Tiffany, let's not act like this is something to do with belief. I know you've done this.
Well, how exactly do you know, huh? Tell me.
Do you remember that night that you were staying at a hotel because your team missed the flights? Well, I actually got in contact with your team to make sure everything was okay. I wanted to know they put you in a good place and you had everything that you needed. When I did that, they said that you decided to stay in the country that you were in with another model and you wanted to stay there together. You didn't want to return with the rest of the team. Care to explain what happened there?
Oh my god. Look, Greg, you don't understand. It's not what you think. I know it looks bad, but I can explain myself. You just have to listen to me.
Tiffany, I am done listening to you. I've listened to crap from your brother. I'm not gonna sit here and listen to crap from you either.
Are you serious right now? So, this is it then? You're really going to give up our relationship for something like this?
I sure am, because I'm being honest. It's pretty good timing. I mean, even if you weren't cheating on me in the first place, I was already pretty unsatisfied anyway. I can barely call you a wife if you're not even at home. You're just a stranger at this point.
Greg, please don't say that. Come on, babe. We're a team.
That's the last time that you call me babe. I'll be blocking you now. Don't contact me again.
Hey, yo, this is totally out of order, man. Just what the hell do you think you're doing? You gotta come back here straight away. No one told me anything about what was going on here. How come I was the only one that didn't know?
So I guess things are going exactly as planned. You guys can't sustain the household, can you?
Well, how are we supposed to be sustaining it? You're the one that's been paying for everything, haven't you? From the very beginning, you were supporting it.
I sure was.
I thought my dad was the one paying for all of this. That's what I was told when I moved in here. What's going on right now?
This is your own fault, Corey. You could have kept up to date with everything. Your sister knew what was going on.
What's that even supposed to mean? What exactly happened?
Well, look, your dad has been going through quite a crisis lately. If you actually went out of your way to speak with him, you would know that he isn't in the best of conditions.
What are you trying to tell me? That he's like sick or something?
He is sick, but of the mental kind. That man has worked his whole life and he has an empire that he needs to pass on. He doesn't want to be running it anymore. Because he was the one earning the most money, he felt happy to pay for everything at the home. He paid for the house and all the utilities.
That sounds great. Isn't that exactly what was going on? Why are people telling me that you were the one paying for it?
Well, that's the thing. He needs to pass on his company to someone. And what was he gonna do? Pass it on to the kid that just plays video games all day? No, the company's going to me.
Whoa, man, what the hell? That's just crazy. I can't believe he would do that. I mean, I'm kind of sad that he didn't choose me, to be honest. I'm his little boy at the end of the day.
Well, trust me, after he's heard all the things I've told about you, he treats you like the little devil. He doesn't care that you're blood related to him. He is disgusted by you now.
Hey, look, you can say whatever you want about me, and it doesn't bother me if I'm being honest. I don't really care what you think about me, Greg. But don't you dare try and tell me that my father would talk about me that way. That is just so low.
It's about time you felt a little bit of tough love.
Well, anyway, look, that sounds great. If you're the one running the company, that means you can come back here and pay for everything.
Corey, are you out of your mind? Do you really think that I'm gonna come back to a household like that? Especially with all the stresses that I have right now? What am I gonna do when I absolutely need to be in the company and you've taken my car?
Well, yeah, there's a simple solution for that, isn't there? You're earning a lot from being a CEO, so you can just buy me my own car. There we go, problem solved and everyone's happy.
You know what, Corey? At this point, I'm not even saying this to make fun of you. You need therapy. Goodbye. And now you know that I'm busy, so don't you dare bother me again. From that point on, Corey and his sister lost the house they were living in. Being the type of people they are, who have never experienced hardships in their lives, they ran to their father for help. Little did they know that their father knew about everything. He knew about all the times Corey had inconvenienced me, and he knew about the fact that Tiffany cheated on me. They ran there for his help, but they ended up having to beg for his mercy. He wasn't pleased with either of them, and he found a fitting solution to shape them up. He took one look at Corey and realized that he needed to experience true hardship if he was going to become a better man. He put him into a 5-star restaurant that was known for its toxic work culture. Corey was also moved to an apartment with nothing in it. He had appliances to make some food and a desk, nothing else. The apartment is under surveillance so that his father knows that Corey isn't bringing anything that's even mildly stimulating. Corey's daily life now involves going to the restaurant at nighttime and getting his butt kicked by everyone there. He then goes home, sleeps, then stares at the wall, contemplating his life. Tiffany was also moved to an apartment with heavy surveillance. Her phone was taken away and plans were made to completely detoxify her from social media. She was then forced to work in a soup kitchen for homeless people. She spends the rest of her days wishing that she could get me back. As for me, taking over his company was no easy ordeal. But I'm starting to do a pretty good job of it. I will say this much though, it's a lot easier than when I had my brother-in-law giving me a headache every day. Thanks for watching. Be sure to hit like if you enjoyed this video, and make sure to subscribe to see more similar content. See you in the next video.